My father has been incarcerated my whole life. You know, I've been going to see my father from the Illinois state prison system to the federal prison system where he's in Colorado.
Sorry to cut you off, but he's in one of the most, that's like max.
Yeah, he's in the ADX.
He can't even, like, there's not even other inmates he can associate
And
with.
when you say your whole life, how old are you right now?
I'm 47.
So
Okay.
that's
Cool.
a long time.
That's deep.
Yeah, their conversations are through the toilet for the most part. They got a little bit of a way to conversate with each other, but it's not much.
Wow.
So I was just, on the album, I was letting people know that he's been away for, my whole life. My kids are grown. You know, my daughter has never touched her grandfather.
Wow.
She's 22. My son never touched his grandfather. He's 14. Actually, since COVID is going on, my son probably grew maybe 2 or 3. I mean, not 2 or 3, but he grew some inches.
Right.
And he's taller than my father now. My father is like shorter than me, but he hasn't been able to see him.
Wow.
So, but it's all because of Kanye, and you see how he's open and not scared to address situation.
Right.
Also coming from Chicago to bring up the fact that give me the platform to speak on my father and keep putting the information out there with the narrative that needs to be put out there. Because you may have heard of Larry Hoover as leader of the Gangster Disciples.
Right.
You never heard of Larry Hoover as the leader in the community that was an organizer that brought people together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry to stop you, but there's this series that's on HBO.
Okay.
And it's called The Shot.
You know what? I haven't seen much of it. I don't know if they tried to take it off of that or not.
That's what happened was, it was like about 3 seasons ago. And there was a guy that was in the jail.
Okay.
And 100% on Twitter, I love Black Twitter. This shit is amazing, right? But on Twitter, they said that was the depiction of Larry Hoover.
Okay, I didn't see it, but I know at a point in time he did call a lot of shots from
jail.
From jail, yeah. He moved good in jail at one point in time. The jail system has changed, but back in the day, the inmates kind of had control of the jail.
So let me ask y'all both something, right? I used to go to Chicago. My favorite restaurant was Sammy's.
Okay.
In Cabrini Green.
I
was an idiot for going there. I was definitely out of line. I did not belong. I used to land a platinum artist and go to Sammy's.
It's good people in Cabrini Green.
So
well, you had your Boricua family over there.
I got both. I got Black family and I got But the thing was, I felt like when Cabrini Green was standing, when Chicago had these OGs, Chicago was, I don't want to say controlled, but it was, then your father, or so many people is away, now it's like everyone is killing. Like, I felt like we needed the OGs. And I'm an outsider looking in.
Well, what they called it was cutting the head off the snake. If you get rid of the head, then the body will crumble. So, to the certain aspect that you're trying to say, I mean, it's true. When it was some type of organization and cats had some type of honor and respect to follow, and the person that was giving them the codes to follow, didn't honor the things that's going on now, it was different. It was safe, People were brought together in the city to keep the violence down, to stop the attacks on innocent people and old ladies and women. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff they don't like to talk about. So yeah, it was definitely different, and it wasn't just Cabrini Greens. All up and down State Street was projects, and you know who was in the projects? We was in the projects.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me ask you, this record came out with Rick Ross, and he says Larry Hoover. What was your thoughts on that? Because you from the Chi. So when you heard this record, did you take it as disrespect, or how did you take it?
Yeah, I took it as respect. What's your feelings on?
Well, I like the fact that he kept the name alive and put him into the limelight, but I always had a problem that he said his name and then said whipping work. You know what I mean? And he's fighting for his life. So I wouldn't want him to speak on him about whipping work, and him and drugs. His federal case that he's dealing with right now is a drug case.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? He has 5 or 6 life sentences. I don't know the exact number, but it doesn't matter because both of them is horrible.
Right.
But under the First Step Act, he deserves to come home he deserves to come home, and he qualifies to come home.
Right.
But it's the judge's discretion. For whatever reason, he don't feel like he should be able to come home at this point. But he qualifies to come home under the First Step Act.
Did you ever have a relationship with, speak about Trump with the Larry Hoover situation?
Yeah, when I went to the White House, I spoke on that. It was like a very brief period of time, and then it was a lawyer that Hoover had that I didn't like this lawyer. I felt like he was befriending him, but not really pushing forward the situation. Mm-hmm. So we found a new lawyer. Right now, we're putting together a new team for him.
So yeah. So where is it at? You hiring a new lawyer.
All right, let me speak on one thing with the lawyer thing, cause yay is yay. We expanded the lawyer team. You know what I mean? He didn't see eye to eye with the attorney, but he took us to a point, but we added on to making the team stronger. Right. And you asked me where we at, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so he was denied without prejudice. So
what? Say that again.
He was denied without prejudice.
Like flat out denial. Like
No. So there's a lot of other people that's on this case that was released from the First Step Back. It was 9 people on this case, and maybe 6 of them are released now, right?
Wow.
They denied, and it's the same thing, pretty much the same paperwork. I do agree with you that they do use influencers to, for us to go different ways, and it's other than just on the internet. It's with politics and what have you.
Rap music.
But like I was saying, he was denied without
prejudice.
Without prejudice, which means he can come back.
Oh, so that's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing. It's still open.
He has a chance to make it out because of the First Step Act. He has a chance. Explain more to him.
Yeah. So that's why we building the team. When we go back, we want to have a stronger, just a stronger case with what we bring to him. So we.
And how long has he been locked up?
Said over 40 years.
47 years. My mother was pregnant with me when he went to jail. I've been going to jail my whole life. Never been arrested.
That's insanity, man.
When I was a kid, I used to get money from behind the toilet because he'd go in the bath. Well, that's how they made it look. He'd take me in the bathroom, get some money behind the toilet, give me $5. Come out, I was happy to see my father because I know I would get $5,
And
wow.
All right, I just want to ask. Probably not even. What is? I'm not even qualified to ask this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. So, at one point, was he the leader of this notorious gang? Because I know, but I don't really know.
I mean, there's no way around that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It is what it is. It grew. It started from somewhere.
Right.
And, as he got older and his understanding grew and seeing young men coming to jail, he started doing other things. He, did things like you had to go to school if you was in there. When you came out, you were supposed to each one teach one in your community with, different things. It was a thing called growth and development. It was a book. They act like it was a negative thing, but
same way like they say the Crips started out as a positive, positive.
But it was a guideline from becoming, from being a outcast to society to becoming a part of society, and trying to have economical and political and just building our own community back up, But they said it was a gang book.
Right. So what made you want to be involved?
Having economic and political freedom. Well, I was involved because all my niggas is GD. Right. We just all folks, and that's how we grew up and da-da-da. But
and what's the opposite? It's GDs and Disciples. That's the opposite gang.
The opposite is Vivendi.
Did he just say Vivendi? Is that the people who own University?
Yes.
Jeez,
we not in the opposite gang at all. GDs and BDs and we all the same. We all on these blocks that we don't own, and we don't have any political say so. And And without political say-so, you cannot move your people forward. They can put whatever they want in the schools. They can put whatever they want in the food. They can put whatever they want in music. They can put whatever. Go ahead. What is it?
Yeah, but like he's saying, like my father used to bring, he had everybody together.
Wow.
You know what I mean? In peace to deal with
They
situations in the community. Everybody. So all the different organizations.
And it's those.
You know what I mean?
It seemed like
It's a lot
Chicago
of
got
different ones.
worse.
Anyone you name,
Without,
probably was one of
it
those.
seemed like Chicago got worse without the OGs in the building.
Definitely. Hey, I just wanted to say, I know this your show and you come to give the flowers to Ye, but I want to give all y'all flowers for, you know what I mean, allowing me the platform
No, of course.
to put this
Absolutely.
message out here. You know,
Of
it's been a
course.
long time. I've been fighting for a long time, and
Right.
it just needs to go as far as it possibly can. So,
Is there anything else that people could do to help?
Yeah.
well,
What's
at this
going on?
point right now, you can just keep checking the Larry Hoover Project on Instagram.
Okay.
And that's where the information will start. It'll be passed out on what we're doing. We need maybe a petition or whatever it is we may
Right.
need to do. You know what I mean?
Because you got to think of, sorry, but 47 years is kind of like a life
That
sentence.
is a life sentence.
is
Like,
like
he
That
already
is.
served
His
life.
children
Like,
are grown. He
deserves
got
to be
grandkids.
home.
That's a life
That's
sentence.
real talk.
I mean, the people on his case, the same exact case,
Right.
filed the same paperwork home.
Right.
We don't know about you. We see you a little differently.
Right.
You was a leader. We don't know if you can come home and not lead people.
Right.
And at 71, you go lead people negatively.
Right.
Yeah, right.
71. Jeez.
Because that's what they don't want. They don't want us to have a positive leader. They want us to not have the redemption. That's why I say,
Like the verses that you talk
Mama is dying around, Daddy is dying around. Well, I want to know when Daddy is back in town. Daddy is back in town. You get what I'm saying?
There's no redemption for him.
Yeah.
They, you know.
That's when when Hoover home, Daddy is back in town. Like